finally here. Ooh. I'm here. I mean, that's cool. Old school graphics tablet? Why do you need to use an old school graphics tablet? Not judging, just curious. Is the music too loud? Let me know. W10? What's that? What is W10? Oh. Wait. Your monitor tablet? Oh, hey Duke. Yeah, almost a year. Thank you. If I could VIP and make you guys mods, I would. But I can't, just one or the other. Also, that's really surprising and kind of silly. Is it because your monitor tablet is just old, or? Probably should have done this before the stream, but hey, you know, haha, laziness. Really need to like name this so it's easier to find for me. There you go. Exciting. I'm sure you've been looking forward to that. Ah. That's unfortunate. Right. That's really unfortunate. Also, I hate it when companies do that. Oh, hey! Hello, buddy, nobody. Welcome. There are... So, I've made a few changes. One, I have moved... I'm sorry, Banana, but I did move... the Bardnana emote from the follower to tier 1. One, because I wanted to use it in other channels. Two, because I feel that it's really I don't think I will. The beauty of Unabout is playing it without knowing what the twists and things are, so. And that's a really big twist. It like that was like such a like what moment for me, and like knowing that just changes, you know, the whole mood of the whole thing. So no, I don't think I will. There's just some things that you can't replicate. It's like me wanting to play Outer Wilds again for the first time. You just can't. Like, you want to, but you can't. And it's sad. And you just have to accept the fact that you'll never play that game for the first time ever again. Sigh. One of those things, one of those things. The first thing I'm gonna do actually is fix Spogbarian because oh wait, it's not in the sketchbook emote 2. It's in 3. Oh, damn it. I need to get used to how like I've set the monitors again. No? Wait, did I put it in 2? Am I mistaken? I should just use Photoshop, really, because it'd be faster since I'm just gonna resave it after that. I am thinking of like maybe making emotes again. Oh shoot. Emotes again today, but we'll see. Yeah, it is here. Hey! Hey, Ryan. Yes, at least you guys, I did move the lumpfish to the free modes. My apologies. I just feel like, you know, people who do take the time to subscribe to my channel should have some pretty freaking cool emotes to use. And Rainfrog and Bardana are some of them. You guys still have Chaotic Click, you know? Indeed, so still good. I'm actually really sad that I can't use Kitty Love anymore. Since I moved it to free modes, but that's definitely a free mode emote, if there is one. I mean, I still think that Chaos Click is a freaking good emote, so yeah, I thought it was pretty fair as well. So I am sad that I can't use Kitty Love anymore. Because things that you move into your follower emote section cannot be used in any other channel, which is fair, but also sad. I am thinking of doing some Francoface Z emotes, so that's like basically for everyone. All you need to do is, I think, have Francoface Z installed, and you'll be able to use the emotes there. But I haven't actually, I have an account, I made an account, but I haven't actually done anything with it. There you go. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I put CSP on. Oops. There you go. I was like, where's Bardiana? Strawberryan. Oops. I'm gonna recolor Strawberryan because he's really hard to see. Can think up more emotes. Happy to oblige also. We can replace a few things. Yeah. Where's my pen? Alright. Lighter red. A bit more colorful, maybe. Definitely lighter here in the front of the face where the mouth is. Change the color of his lip. Probably will read better. I should probably change the leaves too, because that was also pretty dark. That'll be better. Let's see. Oh, darn it. How are you guys today? How's the weather? Over here it is. Ooh, you know what? I forgot my captions. There you go. Now the captions are on. But yeah, how are you guys today? Oh, God. I hate that Discord always has so many like things. To show this one because obviously you guys have already seen this. Yeah, that is so much better. Ooh. Hopefully that goes smoother than what it seems to be like currently. Oh, oops. Alright, I have finished. Now I just need to save. Damn it. Photoshop keeps resetting and always, like, when alright, my monitor tablet is, I plug it and unplug it whenever I'm not using it because it does mess up like how the layout of the desktop is when it's plugged in. But I hate the fact, and Clip does not have this problem, by the way. But Photoshop does. So whenever I unplug it, it resets where it opens. And I hate it. Because what that means is all the little boxes that pop up whenever stuff's happening, like, oh, are you sure you want to save this? And things like that, all appear in the original monitor that it had, like, opened up to begin with. On that session. It's super annoying. And I really don't like it. And I wish it changed, but, you know. Photoshop's too much of an asshole. Like, Clip never has this problem. It always opens in, like, as soon as you set it to, like, for example, you know, I've never had to I've switched it like once. No, it's not. But clip, when you know, first it opens in the, when I first did it, it opened in the main monitor. And if I opened it in a different monitor, it starts opening it there. But I put it in my tablet monitor, and it always opens up in a tablet monitor as long as it's plugged in. It doesn't matter, like, if it's been months. And it's really nice. And so all the little tiny windows never like move along with it. Like, I've never had to, like, you know, look for where the dialogue box popped up. And I really hate that Photoshop doesn't do that. It's so annoying. Like, why? Why would you make it that way? It's actually one of the things that I get annoyed at OS. Because when you open, I think by default in OS, like, everything is a separate little window. It doesn't have like an encompassing like window that has all the windows inside of it. So you have, if you want to move everything, I think I forget if it has a setting that does that. This was like ages ago when I was still in uni. But I remember like just struggling because if you have to move windows, like, I have to like shift everything around, like all the toolbars and the that was a nightmare. All right, I've fixed that. We are going now to clip because I don't need Photoshop open anymore. Save this and close. And then I'm just gonna update my emotes. Delete. Oh, oops. Don't know to resize. Alright, cool. I have uploaded it. I'm gonna go back to my channel. There we go. I like keeping track of things. I'm gonna refresh chat real quick. Give me a second. Because I wanna test it out. Hey, that reads so much better. I like it. But yeah, it's raining today. It's kind of, you know, it's the kind of day that I would actually prefer to just get a hot chocolate, cozy up in bed, and sleep. But we are here, streaming. There we go. We're working on this today. Let me check my brush settings. Because I need that to be different. Delete. Ah. Alright. Cool. Yes, purple. It's so much more vivid than when I was working on it on my other computer. And also, before I forget, gotta get that. We're gonna get that extra window up. It's always nice to see full image of what you're doing. Whoa, that's too small. There you go. Today's breakfast is a muffin with egg and ham, cheese, and alfalfa. In case anyone was curious. If you can hear me chew, please let me know if I need to like mute myself. Isn't all sound dampeners on the food? I wish. Where did I put? Ah, here. Okay. This is gonna be a pain. Alright, let's dive into it. So much purple. And this right now. Blend it in. Yeah, like CSB is pretty decent. My only the only thing that I personally just need to get used to is like where things are, because you know, like shortcuts. I'm so used to shortcuts on Photoshop. It's just like bam, 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 bam. I forget. There's a Clip Studio has level. I think, yeah, it has level correction. But I need to like set keyboard shortcuts to these because like you can't see it, but it's right here. Like the menu is right here. Yeah. Well, Adobe is borking up all of the old CS software? Like, what do you mean? Wow. Just to add to my list of why Adobe's assholes. I can help you with that, Tibbs, if you'd like. Wait. We haven't talked in private for so long. Here. I sent you something on Discord. Ah, that's stupid. But I sent you something on Discord. You're not gonna... Yeah, no problem. Cause F Adobe. They're basically trying to force you to subscribe to their subscription service, which I detest with the passion of 1,000 suns. Oh no, totally. It's great. I love CSP for doing illustrations. But in the chance that you would like to use occasionally, you have this option. I'm actually scared that CSP might move to a subscription service type deal because I'm just gonna redo this. I don't like how I did the thing. Because it has a subscription service on iPad. I really hope they don't, because please, gods. Yeah. I freaking just, whenever there's a sale, I'm just like, use Clip Studio, use Clip Studio. And all, you know what? I had a friend who was doing the subscription service, and she didn't want to use, she had to pause because she wasn't using, so she told them, like, to cancel her service. And she said she had such a hard time. And then, apparently what they did was just a suspension, so it comes back after a certain amount. There was like 2 months where she didn't realize that she had been paying for the subscription because it had come back because she thought that she had turned it off. How shitty is that? have a quick palette to reference on. You know what I want to do? I really want to listen to like a podcast like right now. Because I'm really into this paranormal podcast right now. It talks about paranormal stuff. Oh god, it's so fun to listen to. Do you guys believe in the paranormal? I'd like to know. Welcome tonight, that was so good. Ooh, to look cool. You were telling me about that. You were trying to get one, right? Ah, that's awesome. Send me pics. I want to see. Hold on. Oh, I really want to see one of the live shows. Want to listen to like to my freaking paranormal podcast. It's called Real Life Ghost Stories. You know what's sad though? I got into it maybe like a few weeks ago, like early last month, and I was like, oh, I should send them like a letter or whatever. And I learned earlier this week that one of the hosts had died last month, and like it really sucks because it really sucks knowing that now as I'm listening through their backlogs. I'm in like episode 32 or something, and they have like 100 and something weird ones, and just listening to his voice, knowing that he is no longer there, it's really unfortunate because like the dynamic between the hosts is just stunning, amazing, and it's really fun. And Dan, who is the one who unfortunately passed away, is really, like, he's really fun to listen to. He has the best reactions to everything, and just, like, I wouldn't be surprised if she stops the podcast. I hope not, and I hope that she finds a way to continue with a new person or just by herself. I'm not sure. But I wouldn't be surprised at all. It was very much like the two of them, and like how their interaction plays out is a huge part of it. What happened? Uh-oh. Hopefully that's not troublesome. It sounds like it might be though. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Nana. That's cool. I only have like 10 gigs of data on my phone. So my friends are like, that's too little. But I've never run out. I mean, I've run out a few times when I like watch a lot of streams while I go about my day, but when I go about my day and I'm out of the house. Let me correct that. Hey, Sam. Yeah. True. How are you today, Sam? How's the weather over there? The reason I ask is because the weather over here is rainy. Still kicking? Good. Ignore me. I'm just drinking my tea. Uh-oh. I'm spilling water all over my tablet monitor because my tea is sweating bullets. Second, guys, I'm putting my headband on because my hair is just getting annoying. Scraping noise. Is it like, one sec. Tell me if you hear it. Did you hear that? Because if you did, then yes. A bit? Yeah, there is a light scratching noise. Because my tablet monitor has a paper feel screen protector on it, because paper feel, and it makes my drawing life easier and nicer. So congrats! It's always lovely to know. It's like your last quiz, you know, stop struggling on quizzes. You feel a weird feeling. What is that, if you don't mind me asking? Ah. You know what? There's gonna be more of that in the future, so get used to it. Honestly, I don't know how I do this. Let me think about it. Will you be graduating after that? Nana? Struggle. Let me start over. Okay. I might go for a simpler approach with how I'm doing this because this is too complicated. I don't know enough. Hey, Jenny! Oh, Jenny. I unfortunately have moved this to first tier on sub, so sorry. I wanted to use it on other channels. Yeah, it is. So I was just like, oh, I should like save this. I put it on first tier. Sorry guys, currently I am looking at reference. Whatever. Whatever I can find, that is. Because, okay, that's pretty basic. Alright, that's pretty basic. Okay. That's not even showing. Nana, I need your help. Can you find me a picture of like an armored person casting magic? Sriracha elves? Are you telling me to look that up? I just have a feeling you know exactly where to look. Oh god, I'm having such a hard time coloring this. I found something. It's basically what I thought. Plus theirs isn't. It's a joke on tieflings? Oh. I get it. Sriracha elves. I get it. Any specific? No, I see. You see this thing I'm coloring? I'm trying to. This is a gauntlet, and there's these magical things going around. Like, I don't even know why I'm trying so hard, because I'm gonna put like glowy stuff, and you're probably not gonna see what's happening down here. But, however, I still want to know. So I'm just looking for like magic reflections that go over the armor, because a lot of I really should just because most of them are doing this thing. I'm gonna just really quickly try to show. So they're just like they do this, and then so it's just like a glow like that, so it's just like shiny, like a straight shine. But I feel like mine would be slightly different, so I'm just been like, but I'm struggling. I feel like I need help. Like, I like how I did this part. And I know you have. See, Nana coming through for me. Thank you. Ooh, that one's perfect. But his glowy isn't like reflecting on his armor. That one did. Thank you, Nana. Guys, if you ever need like armor references, just talk to Nana. He's got it all. Yes, I did. Teethlings? Ooh, that does sound frightening. Mess around with your teeth. Night, Tibbs. I'm gonna go for a different approach and see if this would help me out. on. Like, I'm having struggling. Where did I put that? Oops. Not the color I wanted. Oh shoot. I realized that wasn't. Boop. Leave it at that. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. no worries again. I mean, even I'm not talking. Art streams are normally very, like, relaxed. You know, do whatever days. Returning to work isn't easy. But it'll be alright. It's gonna be like learning your footing again. If you're lucky, it'll feel like you just left yesterday. However it might end up being, it'll be alright. Yep. I honestly, like, can't say that I've had, like, the only time I've experienced that was when I got promoted to a store manager once. I was like, oh god, but I can't say that I felt that when I went back into the workforce after being a housewife for a while. But also, I have a very relaxed kind of outlook / personality. that your first day at work goes really smoothly, though. That you find that you just fall right into the usual old. I wanted to say like habits, but not habits is not the word I'm looking for. Routine. Yep. And remember to breathe. And remember that if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, just stop, take a moment to breathe, make a list. I mean, you know how to deal with like your thought processes better than I do, I'm sure. But remember to do whatever coping mechanism to help you out. Very important. Everyone is different. I feel that to some degree. I don't have quite as an aversion to making phone calls. But I understand that. I used to have a job where I had to call like the corrections facility. That was always pretty daunting. Especially because sometimes the person on the other line always sounds so annoyed, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm just doing my job, please. It's the worst feeling. But currently, Creamy's current job has him do a lot of that as well, so I can understand. He's about the same way with phone calls. I think a lot of people nowadays are very phone call avoidant, especially because it's not quite as necessary to make phone calls, not like before. Like, I still lived in the era where phone calls were pretty essential if you wanted to make contact with somebody, so I don't have quite the same aversion. And for certain things, I still prefer phone calls over messaging. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, like nowadays, it's a lot more for sure. Like just I mean, I was still around at the age. I'm old enough that I got to use beepers. My dad had a beeper, so I had to like do that. So I had to make a lot of phone calls to the operator to message my dad on his beeper. I don't remember that at all. So long ago. I don't remember that at all. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I did. I did that for a couple of people. But man, I can tell that this is gonna be kind of painting job that I'd probably have to do. Like, with a set of headphones on and just zone out. Yeah, that can happen. Totally. Our brains are really good at fabricating memories. And I think that's why the Mandela effect is a thing, you know? There's only a few people who truly have like eidetic memory, like they're really good at memorizing things. Most people are not very good at like remembering things. The brain is not good at memorizing things as a like in general. But some people just believe their memories are infallible. How's that different from deja vu? Got something that you've actually have experienced before. Oh god. Fell into a deep sleep, did ya? Okay. That's nice. Too deep. Oh no. You know, I just realized that scratching noise might be my fan. I should get rose. Flowers are really pretty. And hello, Tara. How are ya? Hope you're feeling better today. And how's the papa? And welcome back, Nana. That's good, that's good. Still tired is not as good, but one thing at a time. I thought you had gone to bed for some reason, Nana. I don't know why, don't ask me why, but I thought I might be confusing you and Tibbs. I think I might just be I think I just confused you with Tibbs, who had gone to bed. You could go to sleep. Ah, weighted blanket, so good. Creamy has a weighted blanket that I steal sometimes. Never for sleep, like, especially when I want to take a nap, like, right away. You don't want to? Alright, I'm not your mom, so... Stay up if you like. Oh, if only. Ooh. If you're gonna look into flowers, I definitely suggest looking into flower meanings. Yes, Tara. Gosh, I love the feeling of a weighted blanket. So before, here's a little tidbit for those of you who may or may not be interested, but Creamy, when I first met him, when I first visited his apartment, used to sleep with 15 blankets. The reason I know is because he needed to go to school the day after my visit. I mean, I was still there, but I was still there, but I didn't go to his school with him because I would not do anything. So I was just like in his apartment, and I decided I'd tidy up since I had nothing else to do. And so he had, like, I started to put his blankets on the bed, tidy up the bed, and I counted, and there was 15 of varying, like, thicknesses and lengths and material, but it was heavy. It was heavy when you're on it, when you're under that. And so when we moved to Japan, obviously we're not gonna take 15 blankets with us. So at one point in time, I got him a weighted blanket as a Christmas gift because it has that weight without, the bulk. I think his blanket pile was still much heavier than his weighted blanket though, and I got since I didn't know for sure, he wanted to live here. That was pretty much it. And I don't care where I live as long as I live where he lives. And so here we are. It's as simple as that. I had moved countries before, so moving countries again was not a big deal. It's not for everybody, I'll tell you that. It's very lovely, but it's not perfect. But I love living here. Again, it's not perfect. It has its issues, and that, like, the fact that I am not well versed in, and I try not to dabble in the politics of Japan helps, because I am blissfully unaware of majority of the things. But still, the bureaucracy is probably the worst of it, because it's, despite Japan being where like most of the tech had come from and improvements in robots, they're very archaic. We do still have fax machines in here, and everything has paperwork. And people are like a stickler for like, oh yeah, you use this procedure, get this, get that, and all that things. So that's really annoying, and especially for me, since my Japanese is not as good. Creamy's is very good. He's the one that handles most of the stuff if things happen. I'm conversational at best. So knowing the language helps. If you're living in a major city, though, where there's lots of foreigners, it's not as bad if you don't know English. Oh yeah, tradition. Well, not just traditions, but just people. There's a very much a sense of, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix. And just like, whereas things had moved on to digital age when it comes to paperwork and things like that, and over here it's not at all. But you know what's nice though? National healthcare. That's really nice. I don't need to worry about if I have coverage for certain things or not. I mean, there are things that aren't covered by national health care, like mental health, but everything else is. So that's really nice, especially after living in the US, you know, where like I have medical, but it doesn't cover dental or optical. Here it is, and it's really nice. There is an odd thing with dental though, so over here, I guess insurance only covers up to 30 minutes of dental work. So most dental appointments take 30 minutes. And I don't know if they do, but I wouldn't be surprised, because there are people who are drunk. I know in the US they do, but over here I'm not sure. But there are people who are drunk who call the ambulance to take them home. So I wouldn't be surprised if they charge to make people stop doing that. Yeah, it is. My grandmother, who has unfortunately passed away, but she had one day, like, you know, this was early in the morning, she was vomiting, and my mom was trying to get my grandma's current husband to convince him to take her, like, to call an ambulance to get her to the hospital. And he actually was very hesitant about it because of the charges. And, like, oh god, sorry, I am like super pissed off about this event, but it ended up that she had an aneurysm, and like that is one of those things where time is of the essence. Like there was a chance that maybe, you know, she could have made it, but it's, you know, it's one of those things, it's hard to tell. But oh, still pisses me off. Can you imagine that? Someone's in trouble and you're just like, oh, I don't know if I want to call the ambulance because it's expensive. My mom actually got scolded by my older sibling for calling the ambulance when she was having a severe panic attack. Can you imagine that? That's dumb and like just ridiculous, really. It's just like someone feels like they need major medical help. They should be able to do that without having to worry about such things as costs of ambulances. I mean, you know what? I would say, Tara, you should... Yeah, it is. But, Tara, if... Like, I'd say take a vacation, a decent long vacation here and just see. The weighted blanket we have here is 25 pounds. It's very nice. The only trouble is, like, when I want to cuddle with Creamy, like, you know, I have to lift the blanket, and it's like, ugh. He helps me normally, but it's just like, trying to get in is just like a workout, because lifting the blanket is heavy. But weighted blankets, guys, if you enjoy that feeling, I highly recommend getting a weighted blanket. Alright, let me save. I haven't saved in a while. There you go. Ah. It's not for everybody, obviously. Like, for me, when I sleep at night, I just like having a light blanket on, unless it's cold, then, you know, obviously. For naps, though, weighted blanket is very good, because it just puts me to sleep, like, right away. And also, you don't have to cover yourself fully in the weighted blanket. Yeah. So normally, like, sometimes when I nap with the weighted blanket, I just cover my torso so that my legs are, like, free. And then you can just put, like, a light blanket on top. Yeah, so you just feel the weight. Because trust me, that stuff, like, Creamy moves around a lot in his sleep. Sometimes he gets into, like, really weird positions, too. But that thing falls right off. And we're not, like, on a bed, so it doesn't fall off due to gravity, because we're sleeping on the floor. But he, like, moves out of it. It's really... It doesn't stop him at all. Also, if you guys didn't know, if you guys haven't read my online comic about our lives, about daily living, not in Japan, but just with Creamy, he sleep talks, and he has a Kool-Aid song. I'm not gonna let you listen to the actual recording because I don't recall where it is currently. However, I can sing it to you, and it goes, Kool-Aid, do 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 do, Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid. It goes like that. Like what? It's in my comic, so that's not exactly a secret. And that was I created that with his blessing. It's the recording. It's the actual recording of him that, like, I don't show to people. Because I recorded it. That's actually one thing that I miss about, like, sleeping late. Because I don't sleep as late anymore. Or we often sleep at the same time. Is that I don't catch Creamy sleep talking anymore. Ooh, happy birthday to you. Hey, Nate. I moved the banana emote to tier 1 so you can use it. How are ya? And how was your birthday? I actually don't recall what day your birthday is specifically because your family has celebrated it in 4th of July so many times that... The 6th, okay. I was just like, what day is his birthday? Yeah, you can't use Chaos Click anywhere. That's the one thing. That's what I kind of want, yeah, like, it was always on 4th of July, so I was just like, I don't know what your birthday is, but it was around this time. I wish that the follower emotes could be, like, used elsewhere if you're a subscriber. You know what I mean? Because Chaos Click. I'm keeping that for everyone. But, gosh, maybe, you know, maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get more followers and we'll have more slots in the first tier and I'll, like, shift things around again. How was your birthday, by the way? I didn't get to attend. I think you had a stream. Aw, that's cool. That's super cool. Getting close, guys. sorry that today's stream is not quite as entertaining. It's what happens when you have like a non-game stream. Yeah, no problem. Tell him hello. Tell him it's hanging out. Oh, thank you, Nana. I genuinely do get sometimes anxious about art streams. Because I know, like, nothing happens. Like, earlier, there was just, like, a stretch of no talking, no nothing. And I know to some people that's fine, but I worry. I do worry. I feel like, you know, it's boring. Because sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's really fun. It's not, let's not deny that. But most of the time, it's just like this. Oh, thank you. I've been real talk for a few. I have been having a very difficult time with my art lately. I've gotten to the point where I have thought about quitting. Just making art in general, because it's been such a struggle. This was like not too long ago. And you know. Oh, thank you. I mean, sometimes we get super rowdy in here and I enjoy that as well. Because those are also fun. When we get like, we hype each other up and we get super fun ideas, I'm all about that. Oh, thank you, Nana. I'm still doing my best, and I'm trying, because to be very, very honest, I don't ever think I can actually give up art. I've tried to quite a while back. I've tried to purposefully stop drawing, and it hurts me. It hurts my soul. Like, it's such a huge part of who I am as a person, that's not create is painful. So I don't think I will ever actually legitimately stop. But to like, but I have thought about it. I'm not gonna lie. And recently I have started to think about it again. By means of trying to look for a job that would prevent me from making time for artwork. Because then that forces me to, you know, to give it up, if that makes any sense, because I wouldn't have any time. I'd be too busy working. But I'm still struggling against it. I'm struggling. I'm trying to not let the thoughts win. Ain't easy, but you know what? It makes me happy to know that you guys appreciate. And even just this. Oops, I'm like working over here. You guys can't see anything. I do genuinely appreciate that. gosh, I want it. Of course, we're gonna have this reflect a little bit, just a little. This is true. Although, like, I admittedly, like, that is a mindset that I probably need to try to ingrain in myself a bit more, because art is such a huge part of who I am. Like, it really is. I have often like I've started, like, way back in the day. I would slowly teach my left hand to do drawings because I was scared that if I lost my dominant hand, I'd lose the ability to draw. And it was so important to me being able to, like, draw, that was a legitimate fear that I have even now. And I've always said, like, if if I lost the ability to draw, that I would die. Yes, I totally agree with that. But this is also a thought that I have yet to fully internalize. I'm not gonna say that, like, I know in practice, because I do not. But I admit, it's definitely the whole, like, you know, when you're an artist, the biggest thing is, like, oh yeah, like, you can make a business out of that, and then you could just, like, make a living doing the thing you like. And I've started on that path, and, like, I grew up thinking that's what I wanted to do. So, like, because it's a struggle, and it wasn't until, like, a few days ago, or when I was, like, writing on my journal, that I kind of internalized that, yeah, of course it's a struggle, because the people who are succeeding right now have all their time to devote to this one thing, whereas I am working other jobs, and I do art part-time, basically, and I am demanding of life that I get the full-time benefits of working part-time, which is really not fair for people who not fair, and also not feasible. So I'm trying to slowly but surely curb my expectations and to just be happy and content as to where I am. But it's one of those things where you grew up wanting the not acceptance, affirmation. Oh god, we're gonna get super real right now. I'll draw something left-handed after this. Just line it up, but, like, you know, like, you want for most of us, we want the affirmation of our parents, and, like, they definitely thought that they never dissuaded me from doing artwork, not at all. Like, they encouraged it, and, you know, they didn't, like, fully encourage it, but they were like, oh, that, you know, they would never say don't do that, but they certainly didn't think that this is something that I could do to get myself a steady income, so to speak, you know. And so many words have been said, and, like, some of them still haunt me to this day. Words that sometimes were just said kind of, like, off shoulder, you know, like, it wasn't meant to be, like, anything big, or was, like, a light kind of just check that, you know, comes from a place of love, but sometimes it's not the intent, but how the message has been delivered. Oh shoot, this thing is thicker than I thought. Sorry, I was trying to, like, clamp my hair because Creamy has a leather chair and my back is super sweaty, and I need to clamp my hair up because my hair is really stupid long. But anyway,
after getting real for like 2 seconds there, let's let me draw left-handed. Let's see how. I haven't done this in a hot minute, so any suggestions? Anybody? I won't guarantee anything good. A helmet? Okay, like the normal one? Okay, so right now, a rose. So just to guarantee, like, here is me writing with my right, my dominant hand, and this is me. Oops, sorry. I need to. This is my left hand. Now, it's not as bad because I've been, like I said, I've been training my hand to write at least. A rose wearing a helmet. Okay. You know what? Like, a rose wearing a helmet. Downtime at work is when I would write the alphabet, you know, like the way you would learn how to write as a kid. Like you just A, B. I'm pretty slow. C, D, especially with like. But you know what? E. Like I would do that. Out of order, son. Alright. So, a rose with a helmet. It's, I probably need a... No. Let's use the brush that I'm working with now. Let me just draw the basics. For some reason, drawing left-handed, I don't have quite, like, the... Let's pretend that's the rose. I'll clean it up, I promise. This is like... It doesn't look like a rose, it looks like a peony, but you know what? We'll work with it, a helmet. I still have my... Let's see. Oh shoot, I need to do this. Oh, these are all fully covered. I was gonna draw one of the helmets that you sent me for the reference thing, but sorry, I'm like the keyboard is also on the left hand. I'm trying. See, I'm drawing that one helmet with the spike. You can add helmeted rose. Like, I'm also going to just add a thing here because I'm not gonna put something to cover the rose itself because then, you know, you wouldn't see the rose. Alright, I'm gonna make a new layer. Oh, nervous. I'll draw the helmet first. That would make more sense. The Control Z is in a different, like, you know, like the keyboard's usually on my left hand, so this is kind of difficult. Adding. Oh, also, like, if I'm looking at my left hand, my My pen tablet is really not aligned properly.
What is there to be nervous about? I'm trying with my left hand.
Oh, holding my breath. Like, also I'm drawing with like a partial perspective. Eraser. Okay, I'll do this. There you go. If I ever lose my ability to draw with my right hand, I'm gonna have streams on training my left hand how to draw better. It is fun, but you know what? It doesn't make it any less stressful. I'm gonna be fancy and draw like a little fancy thingy over here. Whatever that is. Alright, now we're gonna draw the rose. Gonna put it in a new layer. This is probably not gonna look like a rose. Also, like the pressure settings on my pen is definitely like when I work with anything on my left hand, I do it so lightly. So it's like really with the brush that I'm using, it's a little difficult because like I have to press a little hard. I gotta laugh, because otherwise I'll be too embarrassed. Alright, such focus. Alright, there you go, a rose with a helmet. Oh, it's so messy up there. Try to, that's in the helmet layer. I'm gonna there you go. I'll add a bit of color because it's annoying me that I just want the petals to be a little more differentiated. It's gonna be just rough coloring though. I should start maybe, like, I should just start doing this for reals. Like, teaching my left hand how to draw. Like, a whole series. We'll do it here on stream. And you guys suggest what I draw. Things in helmets, yes. I think I'll be sad the day, if you ever, like, grow out of liking things in helmets. I'll be a little sad. That'll be my practice. Drawing cats in helmets. Okay. There you go. Ta-da! Yeah. And I'm so glad that Lo-Fi Hip-Hop Girl, Lo-Fi Girl is now good for viewing on streams. No worries, Tara. This will be my new icon in Twitter. 1 second, let me go do that. I'm gonna change my Twitter. God, I don't know. Edit profile. Oh no! Oh, don't you hate that when you're so tired that you can't sleep? There we go. My new icon. Oh. If you have some chamomile tea, highly recommend. It's good for relaxing. Chamomile, lavender. Thinking about it makes me feel relaxed. What? The flower? The flower in a helmet? Ew. Jasmine's also really good. I have jasmine tea. Yeah. I haven't sent... Oh, I can't wait to send you guys the... Dang it, Nana. Have you received my mail yet? So mad. It's just snail mail.
That's so annoying. Hold on. Can post service. I have to like. No. Is it here? Oh, here it is. Yep, it's only surface mail. Still just surface mail. Ooh, okay. Have a good sleep, Tara. As soon as freaking airmail opens up, Nana, prepare yourself. Because I could use EMS. Not EMS, but like FedEx. But FedEx for... What is surface mail? Basically, it sends you mail by boat. So they put mail in a boat, and then the boat travels to like the closest port where they drop off the mail, and then it gets distributed from there. Like that could take forever. But still, it's like a singular piece of mail. Like it's not even a thing. You spelled it right the first time. Alright. You'd think that. You'd think it would have arrived by now. Okay, what should I do next? I'll do book. Does that include... Oh, good, I did. Good. Book. Oh, darn it. Past me, why you do this? Oh, well, no, the reason it's happening is because I didn't do this. Alright. Okay, good. Better. I don't think anyone would steal a piece of mail. It's like it's a postcard. It's really just a postcard. They didn't want me greeting you Happy New Year, Nana. If we're lucky. Here's to praying and hoping.
wanted to put some texture on here, make it feel like leather. Wow, weird. Something happened, maybe. I mean, it sounds like something happened. I'd keep an eye out for some news. Just lost interest as per usual. Just not the one. Let's go ahead and deal with this. Maybe someday, but today is not that day. Let's see. I'm sorry, I keep working like right here where it's covered. I should switch where that is so I don't keep having this trouble. Because honestly, I'm really more of a right-handed person, so there. Now I can just stick to this side of the screen all I want. I have a tendency to do that naturally anyway. Alright, let's do the tweak. I have a question. Do you guys believe in the paranormal? And if so, have you experienced any paranormal events in your lives or things that you can't quite explain? I'd like to know. It's a topic that fascinates me. I'd like to know if you are willing to share. That is a huge bug. That's not paranormal, but that is freaking freaky. I mean, I saw a spider that can be said to be the size of a small chihuahua or like a teacup poodle. So I wouldn't be surprised if they exist. You know what's the worst part about that? Oh god. So one time I wanted to grab something from my room, and so I went in to grab said object. When I turned around, I saw a huge spider on the wall. It was huge. This is the thing that I said that could be said to be as big as a small dog, like a teacup poodle or a chihuahua, a small chihuahua. And oh, it was awful. And it was by the doorway, so I felt super trapped, and I was just like, ugh. But eventually I gained the courage somehow try and get past the door, and I did. I turned the lights off and I left, and I told, like, you know, my parents, I was like, no, there's a giant spider in my room, I'm not gonna sleep there tonight. But I forget what it was. I had to grab something again from the room, like a little later on. And when I went back, the spider was not in the wall. And I have no idea where it went. And I was just like, oh, ho, 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 ho. I don't know if I can really like stay in my room at all. When I was little, there was a power outage at my aunt's place. And I don't like that I did that, so I'm gonna take it out. Yeah, it's not important that is too high. But since I was too scared, me and my cousin were too scared to sleep out, because my grandparents' old house was kind of creepy. And so we didn't want to sleep out where the bugs were. And also just outside in the... There's a... Hold on. So the second floor of my grandparents' room... Of my grandparents' house... Oh, oops. I need to shift this... Let's say this is the floor, right? This is stairs. And then there's 2 rooms here. This area here was kind of just like an open thing. But they put a bed right here. There's like windows that go around the house like this that you can actually go in and, like, as a small child, like, me and my cousins like to go around. There's a pillar here, but the little window thing was wide enough that you could go around the pillar thing here. There was space. As a small child, like, that was one of my favorite things to do, was to go up here and just like walk around. And it's not like it's the kind of grading that if I was skinny enough, no, I wouldn't have. But like, it wasn't like a solid grill that was here. It was like a bunch of, like, this was like this, you know, so there's spaces. But so there's a bed here, and then like a closet here, like this is a door and this is a door. And Like there's a closet here, whatever. So it's kind of like this. So this is a bed, and people like slept here as well, and sometimes me and my cousins would as well. But on that day, it like on the top of the walls here, there's like old photos of old people, old people photos, and it was kind of creepy when you were there. And we didn't like sleeping out here, especially that time. And so we went to my aunt's room, this one, and slept there. Now, as I was their bed was like a single person bed, so can't really do much about that. So we didn't sleep on the bed. Plus, it was a power outage, so there wasn't any fans or anything. So sleeping, cuddling, not a fun time. You'd just be super hot. But as I was on the floor, something crawled across my leg. You know that feeling? Like you feel something crawl over your leg? And it was the kind of thing that crawled across my leg that didn't feel like it was like a rat, because there was some rats in that house. And I was just like, what was that? And I just stayed really still, and I covered my face. So I didn't want it to crawl on my face. And I was just like, oh no. Because it felt like a big spider. And I was just like, ugh. I don't know how I managed to sleep that night, but I was not a happy camper. But yeah, but like, you know how you can tell, like, with feeling, like, what kind of thing is crawling on you? Because, like, for rats, like, when you feel their legs, you feel their belly too. Because it went, like, for example, this is my leg. Like, it went over my leg, But this was, what I felt was like, like bug legs. So just like, if this was my legs, I just felt like, spots as it like moved across from me. And I thought that this was like a spider, because, roaches, there's lots of roaches there, are very slow on the ground. But this one, I didn't feel like anything solid past my leg, like, like I just felt like, I mean, it could have been a bug. It could have been a cockroach. Either way, it was not pleasant. And I didn't like it. And I covered my mouth and I covered my face. Nightmares. I really don't know how I managed to sleep that night. I feel like I was just like traumatized. So traumatized. I was traumatized to sleep. Yeah, there's my bug story. Have a good evening. You go to bed. Oh. Here I am just dishing out nightmares for you guys. That is like the perfect emote for that event. That was like me as a child, just like but I didn't have any choice. That was the only place to sleep. I had a lot of like weird paranormal stuff happen to me as when I was younger. It hasn't happened recently, and I don't know if it's because I've moved to a different country or... Ugh, roaches are disgusting. I hate them. I know they're vital to a point for the ecosystem, but ugh. I had a nanny who would kill roaches with her bare hands. Oh god, nightmares. I remember I was like, oh, there's a roach in the bathroom, and I showed it to her, and she just like, she lifted a bare hand and just smacked it, and I was like, ugh. Not a fun time. What else? I don't know why I'm suddenly just like, yeah, listen to my ghost spookies. One spooky thing that I still don't know how to explain. Because there's a few. I have quite a bit. Philippines is a very haunted place. Just saying. But one time I was in my room and I was just doing some homework. Oh yeah, I want to make a book of that someday. I'm kind of in the planning stages because I really want to share some of our folklore because I think it's fascinating. Head and a pile of organs. We do have a lot of those, right? But one time I was in my room and I was just like, you know, doing homework. Wasn't thinking of anything paranormal. Very normal day. And I didn't have the fan on. I didn't feel the need to have the fan on, and the windows were closed. But I was comfortable. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold. It was just right. So, you know, whatever. I was just chilling. I was vibing. And then, one day, like, not one day, while I was there studying, so, you know, I had a table. I had a table, you know, and I was here, and my, you know, my arms were on the table like this as I was working on my homework. This specific arm, goosebumps. I had goosebumps, like, you know, in my arm. But that wasn't the weird thing about it. Having goosebumps is not weird. I mean, it was, considering it wasn't hot, it wasn't, you know, cold, no fans, windows were closed. And it, like, the door was over here, too. It was a good distance away. But it was this arm specifically that was close to the window over here, which was, again, closed. And I saw the goosebumps, and it was strange. It felt strange. And so I turned to look at my arm, and the goosebumps were coming in waves, if that makes any sense. Like, you know the wave when people, like, you know, rise and fall on the stand in, like, a wave fashion? So my goosebumps were doing the same thing, right? It was rising and then falling in a wave pattern. And, like, the first thing I can describe it as, it's as though, like, someone had put their hand on my arm and was just, like, caressing it, like, back and forth. You know, like, someone was just, like, touching my arm like that. And I was I was looking at my arm as this is happening, and I'm like, you know, I was just like, what is... And the first thought I had was my grandfather, who had passed away at this point. But I don't know what the heck that was, and I was scared, and I left the room. But I wasn't like, it didn't feel malicious. I just remember seeing it, and I'm just like, what's going on? Because it's literally nothing else. No other hair in my body was standing on Goosebumps, just that arm, just my forearm. Specifically my forearm, just that section of my forearm. And it went back and forth. Like, it didn't just go like one way, it went back and forth for a few, and then I left. And I was like, I really wanted the window to be open so I could just be like, oh, it's probably just the wind or something. But like, normally when you get goosebumps, right, it's like everything, like your entire arm, like, goes up, and neck and whatever. Or if just your arm, it's just your arm. But no, that was just like very specific, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but this is going on, and I'm leaving my room. That is my ghost story. One of the many. Because again, as I've mentioned before, I have a few. Most of them has happened either in the States or in the Philippines. And part of me is like curious, like, why I haven't had any experiences in Japan, but also part of me is like not interested in experiencing horrible events and thoughts. Why are there ants over here? I don't appreciate this. Okay, 1 second. There's ants on the table and I want to get rid of them.
Go ahead. You better tell it craftfully. Craftfully. You want another ghost story? I'll tell you one. This one is freakier. When I was in America, I lived at my cousin's place because it's closer to my school. And, we didn't have a house yet. So I lived with my cousins. Now, my cousin has a bunk bed where the top bed is a single person bed and the bottom bed is like a queen size. So I slept at the top bunk. And one time, I was on the top bunk, I was on my bed, and I was on the phone with my ex. And I forget if we were talking about something paranormal or not, or whatever. I don't recall at this point. I think we were. But we weren't, like, trying to invoke anything. We were just kind of talking about stuff. So, we were there, just kind of talking. And then all of a sudden, I feel an intense sensation of someone staring at me, like from behind me, because I'm on my belly on my bed, so it's an important thing to know. And remember, I'm on the top bunk of a bunk bed, so what's behind me is essentially the ceiling. But it's, those things when you feel like someone's staring at you, it's like really, like, it was that, and it was really strong, and it came like suddenly. I wasn't feeling it the next moment. I was feeling it. I was feeling it really, really, really strongly, and I was just like freaking out. And I'm on my phone, and I'm not looking. I didn't want to look because, like, I could tell that nothing good would come of that. Like, this didn't feel pleasant. And so as I'm on my phone, I started telling my ex about what was happening. And he's just like, yeah, just don't acknowledge whatever. There's nothing there. But eventually, like, it was so intense that I couldn't really ignore it. And I started going, I can't help you, I can't help you, I can't help you, I can't help you, like that, like really loud. Not really loud, but like normal speaking voice. And like I was doing it so much that like I basically was drowning out any other noise. And I was just repeating that over and over and over again until that sensation went away. And then I was like, and I just stayed still for like a few moments. And then I bolted out of the room. And then my cousin, who was in the living room, was like, what happened? Like, you look like blank. I forgot. I think, like, he says, like, what's going on? Like, something happened or whatever. And I told him what happened. And then he was... he looked like he saw a ghost. I didn't see a ghost, but he was just like, you look shook. And I told him what happened, and he was like, oh, like, I think I know what that was what he said. Because he said that one time when he was alone in his room, like, he was, like, working on something. And then he felt
like that intense staring feeling too. But he had looked, and like kind of like Spider-Man in a corner of a room, you know, there was an entity that was stuck on the corner of the ceiling. That was like, you know, like Spider-Man style. Like he was just in the corner, like black with scraggly hair with like a really wide smile. I was just looking at him intensely. And I was just like, ugh. I don't know if I want to sleep in the room anymore. I think I sleep in the bottom bunk bed. Because it's one thing when you feel like it's just you and you can excuse it somehow. It's different when someone else goes, oh, that's... I know what that might be. I've seen it. And it's just like, what? Maybe. But he wasn't laughing. And he's the kind of person that will mess with you, but when he's joking around, he'll tell you afterwards. He wouldn't like just leave you just freaking out. And he was serious about it, so I was just like, not a fun time. I have lots of ghost stories. And it's kind of why I think they exist. I want to be able to prove them that they exist, because, you know, but it's not something that you can scientifically prove at the moment with the technology that is available. So, hey, Vsauce here. Are you safe from me in your home, or are you? I could probably draw the creature that my cousin described to me, but I think I'll refrain. Man. Whew. So, yes, stories. Hopefully that won't scare too many of you into not being able to sleep tonight. Oh man, me too. I have been proven to sleep through earthquakes, because that has happened to me when I was younger. And it took my and also like earthquakes shake you very kind of like if you know, if we were to translate that in a wave format, you know, they're Like the building that I was in, my house. The building that I was in, my house, was shaking in a very like slight. Like the intensity of the vibrations weren't like, it was more like this. And it took my nanny shaking me like this to wake me up. And I remember, so like she woke me up and she was like, "Wake up, we're gonna die." And I remember feeling, you know, that the building was being rocked because I felt my body like shaking, and there were clothes hanging on top of the bed. Cause that's where we hung clothes to dry when it was too wet outside. And I can see the clothes like shifting. And so I remember looking up, turning around and going, "No, we're not." And trying to go back to sleep. I remember doing that. My poor nanny. Yeah. Just a little bit longer. And that's how Rinks died. Rinks could have survived, except she wanted to sleep some more, and so. Didn't want that to be too intense. pink reflections on clothes. I'm actually gonna put that on a new layer. I'm gonna put that on the skin layer actually. Oops. There you go. Just the light. Alright. I made some really good progress with this today, and I have you guys to thank for that. I hope to finish this by tonight. I don't have to worry about this piece anymore and move on to new things. But for now, that's it. Thank you guys for staying with me and for hanging out. What? Why you lolling? Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't let my ghost story scare you too much. Or I hope I didn't scare you too hard. You guys have a lovely day. Wait, let me see. Do I have anybody to raid? Not anything. No, nobody. So what I see yet. Thank you guys for hanging out. You guys have a wonderful day. Until next time. See ya. Bye.